Good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers, Facebookians. Welcome to another edition of Very Sky Release Video Blog Part 2. Let me get my robe and we can continue. I got my robe. So, for some of you wondering, in Part 1 we discussed many things and, etc. Part 2 is going to be while I do spreadsheets because it's easy to do. All I got to do is total them up. So while totaling them up, I can do this while talking to you all and having my morning coffee. Now, one of the things I want to talk to you about is personal goals. Now, is I'm going to get a new tablet, but currently my current phone works as a tablet, and I'm looking forward to other issues. So let's go over here and let's start the spreadsheet process. So one of the things I want to talk to you all about, since part 1 is I had to run to the toilet. And being a woman, sometimes you just are like, well, we're cutting it short because we got to go take a dump. So today I'm going to talk to you while doing spreadsheets. It's easy. You might hear the spreadsheet go dink. That means I'm just putting the file, updating the file. Then I save as, and then I go into a different program. And then I do this. And there you go. It's been updated. And I total it all up during total. That's the only thing left. Now, I do the totaling every 3 to 4 months, give or take. Now, one of the things I want to share with you on the goals is Chloe promised if I got her disability, because I've supported her for 2 years, that I will be getting a lot of video games because I've been supporting her. That's what the gist of my husband did too. But anyways, so we have a lot to discuss, So anyways, back to the story. So as you all know, Chloe asked me to talk about the problem at hand from yesterday, which was the Taco Bell thing. The lady basically got her order wrong so many times, then basically was calling us sirs and men in dresses. And Chloe, on the other hand, was not a happy Chloe, nor was I, So we're not going to give business to that particular Taco Bell. So next time we got to go to Taco Bell, it's going to be the one in Mount Vernon, and that's the way it's going to go. So anyways, shout out to my homies that watch this. Hope you're doing pretty well. But anyways, yes. So my goal is I need to get this whole bunch of these spreadsheets done today, and the next time I can do it will be Tuesday and Wednesday of next week, because Monday is pretty busy because Chloe and I got to be up at 5 in the morning to head to town, and we got to go to the Social Security office to reapply for benefits. And so when we get done, we got to get to the Walmart, pay on the layaway again, and basically pay on the layaway again. And so with that said, we have to go out of town and to take care of it. And it's just going to be pretty hectic, and not good. So, but anyways, I would have done all the spreadsheets the other day and got them done, but the problem is Chloe and I have things to do. Like tomorrow, we're supposed to be going to the park. Now, as you all know, the dog park. is tomorrow. So she's trying to keep me physically fit because of my heart. And she doesn't want me sitting in front of a computer all day looking at numbers. So, yeah, she is a good woman to do that. Now, let me just discuss a few things with you all because I know you guys got a lot of questions about this new therapist. Now, this new therapist I saw was really good. She's a social worker too, so she's been working on options for me for mental health. Now, if Chloe's mom's watching this CG, Chloe's mom's gonna have to realize that I've done everything I can to help Chloe. The problem is Chloe is tired. Chloe is fed up, and a lot of and one of the triggers with Chloe was the other day when we were doing our video was and she interrupted and destroyed it was she was severely angry at the fact that I was speaking from my heart. And so what happened is the fact that when I was speaking from my heart, situation was a trigger. She doesn't like at times people speaking from the heart. And I know Chloe's sitting in the tub right now going, what? So she got angry. It was like the day with APS when she was calling the APS lady a name. I mean, Chloe usually when she's on the phone is very professional, but me, I try to be professional and I get crapped on. So for me, it's like, why should we even bother, So technically, that's how it works. Why bother? That's my motto. Why bother? And so, but yeah. So a lot of you are curious. So I want to give you a update also of what's going on in between me flipping through spreadsheets. So one of the things that upset Chloe the most was me speaking the truth, and a lot of these people out there, including Chloe's mom, dad, stepdad, stepbrother, grandparents, they all think Chloe needs to be medicated. Now, my husband died of medication, so Chloe says absolutely not. But I think I'm going to give you a rundown of a few things in the mental health system today while talking about Chloe's mental health. Now, Chloe was good and fine and dandy. She did all her chores. She did everything, that she asked until around August of last year, when August of 2017. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. So 2017, right? When she basically had a meltdown, went to the hospital because she kept going to the hospital trying to get help, and they kept trying to say, well, you need outpatient care. Well, what happened was she needed outpatient care. Now, no one wants to give Chloe outpatient care, because they're basically, this is how it works, okay? Now, a lot of you out there say, well, why not just give Chloe what she wants? Well, for one, the mental health place out here, the one that does the out in the old place, Moses Lake, the DMHPs or the DCRs knew Chloe well and said, well, you can't have involuntary commitment or voluntary because you're not that sick. You're not sick. You're not severely sick. Well, Chloe, so what happened was Chloe goes all the time to the emergency room and they never did it. So she kept getting pissed. So finally, from April to August, she kept getting them run on. It was like every other day. It was like No. In the hospitals, said, no, you're not that sick. You're not sick. No, you can't be sick. You can't. So they turned around and said no. So what happened was Chloe got tired and went to Harborview, thinking that she would be put into Fairfax, which my sister Caprice was in, which I don't talk about Caprice. It's a toxic relationship there. All of a sudden, what happened after that was that um, that Chloe can't went in. Instead of going there, she calls me up and says they're putting her in a place called Cascade Behavioral Hospital. Now I can give names because Chloe's given me permission, and Cascade can't do jack shit anyways. So she goes to Cascade Behavior Hospital and gets out, and they say, "Oh, she's unknown," and then she waits. Then they set her up with because she refused grant integrated services. So she refused. They sent her to so she didn't go, and so they said, okay, well, that's fine. So Grant wanted her, and she's like, fuck you, you belittled me, you're a piece of shit ass company. I'm not dealing with your company. You can kiss my ass. So in the end, what happened was that she decided to go ahead and stay out of trouble and stuff, had more meltdowns, didn't do her chores, got off the meds because the meds were bothering her and wasn't working. And so family's like, well, you need to stay on meds. You need to stay on meds. So eventually, November, again, she had another meltdown. Again, she went there. This time they actually listened to put her at Fairfax. Fairfax looked over everything, and in between, she had some problems. So one of the doctors in Confluence Health diagnosed her borderline, and I challenged her on it, and she's like, well, So one day, Chloe and I were there, and before this whole meltdown, and she was going through it, and they diagnosed her borderline, and Chloe's like, no, I am not borderline, and so what happened was she turns around and gets out again, same medications, everything. They had the file, went to Cascade, everything gravy. Again, the meds weren't working. It was making her more angry, more violent. It's like, why are you prescribing meds that's going to make her go violent, angry? She got off them again. So around December, this was right afterwards, right? She tried. This time around, December, they basically told her to go to Grant Integrated Services. Grant decided, she said, fuck you. She went to the hospital. She says, I need to be involuntary committed because, I'm violent. They're like, no, you need outpatient care. But every time we tried, Chloe wanted me in her appointments. She didn't want to be without me in my appointments. She went to all my appointments. They were like, well, that's different. You allow it, but we don't want that. So Chloe, of course, turned around and said, go fuck yourself. I'm not dealing with you guys. Fuck you. So she packed up, and Confluence already threw her away, so she went to Columbia Valley Community Health. And we went to see a new doctor there, and we got everything changed over. And then, bam, what happened? They turned around and basically turned around and said, well, you're too much. You're too autistic. You're too mentally ill. You're violent. And they tried to tell her these things would land her in jail or a long-term mental facility. Chloe's like, well, in her medical record, she wants a long-term mental facility. Well, anyways, so then she got everything set up with Catholic Charities, and eventually that fell down the toilet. Now, Catholic Charities called me, and I said, well, right now she is not in. She's out. No one knows where she is. We'll check with you later. And basically, they put in that she had a probation parole violation. No one knows anything about that. Police checked into it. But anyway, so she got out in December, and they actually put her into the IDA program because she threatened to kill cops. Now, one of the records basically stated when the police did finally leave, this is Chloe's own words, the police was going to shoot her. She didn't put a gown on. So finally, after 4 hours, Chloe calmed down and said, yes, I'll go through you guys. The next day, Chloe decided to go back to Catholic Charity. She's like, fuck you, you fucking Twinkie eaters. I ain't going through you. So from January, January went to Portland. February, they wanted a follow-up with Chloe. And Chloe's like, well, I'm going to be in Portland to the end of the month. Rita's going to be having a hard time walking. You know, you might want to wait. The lady didn't want to wait. So in the end, the lady basically closed her account. And so she closed it. Well, in March, as you all know, Chloe had some problems. And, you know, it's something we don't talk about. How the fuck does this open up? Hold on, let me go and look what happened here. Let me look at this for a second. Okay, so then what happened was she turns around and she has a breakdown, ends up at Cascade again. Now, you all know, my subscribers knew what happened. Things happened, things got delivered, they plunked her in a homeless shelter. And this is one thing that Chloe was kind of angry about in one video I did one morning when she destroyed it and got me very depressed. And if Chloe's mom's watching this, you probably don't know anyways. But they basically called me and said that Chloe needed to go home because she's on the lease. And supposedly, this is what they said, supposedly a young woman got sexually assaulted in the shelter, and they decided Chloe's got a home. We're not having the taxpayers pay $15,000 for a homeless shelter for Chloe to be what the fuck is wrong with this fucking computer? I didn't open up that file again. There we go. So there. So what happened was she basically was sent home, and they thought, you know, with law enforcement and everything there, things can get done. I mean, Chloe went, apparently one of the things that she was panicking about, you know, in the homeless shelter, going to the people, you know, the social worker, was, you know, what to do about this and what to do about that. And they're just like, well, we'll talk to your wife, and you know, we'll get things moving along, or your partner, your roommate, whatever, and we'll get things moving along so you can go home. Well, anyways, nothing happened in Grant County. And, you know, so except for them trying to arrest me and involuntary commit for overdose of booze, and I just walked out and left. So, you know, the problem is they want to, you know, go ahead and, you know, do all this crap. And so with me, you know, when I went and talked to some people recently, Chloe's mom's watching this, nothing's going to happen, you know, because they basically stated that they don't want to do anything. And, you know, people are asking me, why am I still with Chloe? Well, for one, great. There. So what happened was Chloe, you know, Chloe Dearly, and I keep telling people that. Now, people are saying, you know, this is a toxic relationship. Well, I've tried to explain to Chloe, you know, it being a toxic relationship, you know, and I've showed her things, gave her things, showed her, you know, what classifies as domestic abuse. And she basically said she knows this, that's her. And so she wants to change, but, you know, the thing is, to change is to not do it anymore and to better yourself. Like, she, like yesterday, you know, even in the toxic relationship aspect, Chloe, I'm trying to teach Chloe to realize that she cannot sit there and demand, you know, like, for example, you know, I love Chloe dearly. We came with a compromise. at she wanted a hoodie dress from the brewery. Now, I told her the rent wasn't covered yet and we needed to get the rent covered. And she was kind of upset about it. And because of it, um because of it, we went ahead and ordered them Hot Topic. Now, I asked her today, compromising yet again, this is me, to look for stuff that she wants for Christmas. Christmas is next month. And I've done everything I can to make Chloe respectable, And so if I don't get anything from Chloe at a list, then Chloe's going to be getting nothing for Christmas. I mean, I already owe some gifts for January because I can't cover everything in December because everything is going wrong. And so basically, that's something I wanted to share with you all, that so technically, with that aspect, people say, well, why are you in a toxic relationship? Well, I care, but as I told the therapist, I would like to make it work. And fortunately, to make it work, there's going to have to be some give and take. And the give and take is a different story because, you know, and the give and take, it's going to have to be, she's going to need to realize, you can't have everything at Burger King and have it your way either. And I think, um, Chloe's realizing that, because, I mean, if you start demanding and stuff, I mean, it was like, yeah, let me give you an example of how disabled and mentally ill Chloe is, which I can help get her on disability. Picture Chloe sitting there, right? And she doesn't get her way, right? All of a sudden, she doesn't get her way. She turns around. I'm going to minimize this for a minute. She turns around and, for example, it's cutting your nose to spite yourself. TJ probably's heard this saying a long time. Same with Gabby. We've been around a while. So what happened is she basically turned around, yesterday and was like, "No, I'm not gonna go to Walmart or anywhere on Monday. No big deal on my part." Just screws her over on her Social Security claim. That means we got to go Thursday, and that means basically paying for another ticket for the following week just to get it done. So, and stuff like this that, she cuts her nose to spite herself because, she's spiting herself for not going. That's basically um, self-abuse and self-harm. Mentally harming her is the word, I should say. Eat an ice cube. I said mentally. Don't you understand? You're mentally ill, so I'm using it as a metaphor. See, this is the stuff I got to deal with on a daily basis. Taking care of an autistic person is like taking care of Rain Man, like Tom Cruise's character. For what? For what? Hold on a sec. For what? So Chloe's kind of panicking about this whole thing about self-harm, and I said she's mentally self-harming. She's basically spiting herself. She's, doing stuff, mentally that should not be. I mean, for example, let me put it this way, okay? Let me give you an example in Rita terms that's easy to understand. Damn it. My mouse is acting up. So, Chloe knows that I'm going to have to. I don't want this. Can't we minimize this damn box? Oh, no, I can't. Let's see if this works. Let's just reopen the program and hope it works. Okay. So basically what I want to say is, let's see, can I actually, nope, it's not going to let me unless oh yeah, I can. No, it won't. How the hell do I minimize this to make it? Well, let's just do it this way then. All right, so it's not going to let me do that. I like my little minimized box. Oh, here we go. Nope, won't let me. Great. Now I can't know what I'm working on because the fucking program acted up. There we go. Maybe this will work. Nope, that won't do it either. Ah, here we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up like this. There we go. And then work my way down. See, now that's what I'm looking for. Okay. So what happened? Okay. Let's just do this. All right. So, the whole mental thing is Chloe, is mentally ill. Now I know what I did wrong. Okay, let's just move this. No! I just had it the way I wanted it again. There we go. So I'm learning this is not an easy way to do it, but it will work. Because I like my window document to be just a little there. All right, so let's see. So basically what I'm trying to say is, there we go. See, I'm almost halfway through the spreadsheets we're talking to. See, this is a motivation while Chloe's in the tub. That basically, like I said, Chloe is got her own ideas, right? And because she has her own ideas, there we go. That a lot of people have said, well, why are you putting up with this? Why and the thing is, I care. Unfortunately, every time I try to do some help, I get nagged by people like Chloe's mom going, wow, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. It's like, can't someone just tell her mom to go shut up? I mean, Chloe was just saying she's worried the police would get involved. See, this is severe paranoia, which, that's something that they completely gave her. And they basically said, in her documents that they gave her at the hospital, that, the underlying thing is probably schizophrenia. I mean, let me put it to you this way: schizophrenia, and I know Chloe's listening in, and, I don't want to upset her in any way, shape, or form. You guys know this. Schizophrenia has a lot of things in it. Like the other day, I was talking to Chloe. I love Chloe. And I was outside with her, and, Chloe got angry, and then she came home. And, for the last, almost 2 years, Chloe's, knows she can get on disability with Asperger's. But they're saying autistic spectrum disorder. So the key is how to go about getting it done. Now with me, we could always put in Asperger's and hope like hell it works. But we can also say, well, she's got schizophrenia or bipolar 2. Now you can have one or the other in bipolar. Everyone knows this. And so the problem is I'm trying my best, and with Chloe, It's a lot harder, and a lot of people say, well, so one of the plans me and Chloe came up with, and this is a big plan, is with my husband, he didn't need to go through treatment to be proved. He had dissociative identity disorder, multiple personality, which my psychiatrist that I paid $600 to, which Chloe's mom doesn't understand how much money I put into this project to get her on disability, is basically, is the type of person that needs to realize, here we go, that I've spent a lot of money and time in Chloe. I love Chloe dearly, and so one of the things that Chloe needs is me. I mean, let me put it this way, okay? Chloe, like I said, is in a different ball game. And people sit there and say, well, if Chloe's in a different ball game, Now, I realized something today in part 1, which I will share with you. No, damn it. See, this is what fucking happens with the fucking the thing, it wants to update itself into a different folder. By the way, one of these days I will tell you outright, probably when I get my headphones in, I will run complete scans on my computer for spyware and maliciousware, because it's been kind of acting up lately, and I don't run my scans nearly enough because I'm not nearly on line. I'm just always doing something else, so, and I go from A to Z in this file, so let's just talk. So what happened was, and I got to check in a second for comments, is pretty much, Chloe wants disability. I know people say, well, she's faking it. Now, if she was faking it, the mental hospital would have put faking it. But the mental hospital, and this is something that upset Chloe dearly, was Chloe turned around and at the time was going to the mental hospital. Her mom was in contact with the mental hospital, and they decided to make it where Chloe wants to get a job and get work. Now, I just realized recently when I was doing the wedding last Saturday, Chloe broke down and basically said she's mentally ill, and she never admits it. She says, oh, it's the Asperger's or the autism. Well, she admitted basically she was doing meth for like a month and got off of it and drinking at the same time. So an excess boozer and a former drug user, and she got off, but it fried her brain. So the psychotic episodes, everything that's happened is because of what she was doing. Now, she has cravings all the time. Now, talking to this one group I was with, they tried to sell me free services for Alcohol Anonymous. And you can see for the last, I had a couple drinks last Saturday. And that was like 5 beers and 6 beers and some Fireball. That was it. And so that's it. That's all it's been in. Oh, and the next day I had a half gallon of beer. So technically with the half gallon of beer, people sit there and say, well, you're drunk. No, I actually had a half gallon of beer, and so forth and so on. Now, a lot of you sit there and you ask me outright, when I'm doing spreadsheets or whatever, like the weekends, me and Chloe usually plan our weekends either at home or out. She wants to go to the doggy park tomorrow, for Moppy. And I thought that was a great idea. It gets me out to get exercise, but, and then people sit there and say, well, you need exercise, you need this, you need that. And me, I always take the exercise, and so, like, well, we're in quarters, and it's like, some people out there, and I'm not belittling Chloe, okay? This is something I want to share with you all, okay? Now, as you all know, Chloe got tired of the mental health system, literally. So if Chloe's mom's watching this, or grandpa, and it gets back to Chloe's mom, Chloe's looking for private practice. I've done everything I can. I'm waiting for emails and phone calls to come in. I can't just sit there and call and pester people just to say, oh, well, you're going to take Chloe. You're going to take Chloe. No, you got to sit there and wait. In the meantime, dear old mom's like, Well, you need to get treatment right away. Well, what? She's not on cash assistance. She already told them to go fuck themselves. She doesn't want to deal with these ass clowns. And that's because they want to give her services that Chloe doesn't want. How would you feel if you were given services that they recommended? I mean, I told in my letter to the place I was going to go for psychology, psychiatry, and therapy that I'm in charge of my health care. They didn't like that answer. So if they say, oh, I need meds, no, I don't. Now, a lot of people out there have been sending me messages and saying, hey, several people that have bipolar and borderline schizophrenia. And they say, do you have any destructive behaviors, Rita? Not really. None at all. Younger, yes, but, you mature with age. And so, for all we know, and I told this to Chloe because I was asking Chloe the other day, because I asked Chloe, what do you think I have? And she says, well, you have borderline and bipolar is what she said. Now, jokingly aside, this is when we were, when I was half out of it and falling asleep, Chloe was thinking about it before she had a problem. I asked Chloe outright, as a Chloe, do you think, quote unquote, you have any of these? And Chloe says, and I'm going to do not the true Chloe voice, but I'm going to do it in a jokingly way that doesn't actually insult Chloe in any way, shape, or form because, I don't want to piss her off. But I want to just say, in front of the camera, I'm still doing spreadsheets, by the way. I'm on P's, by the way. Chloe, is any of these diagnoses you? No, definitely not. And that's a joke from, the Rain Man, but you get the idea. So the beautiful Chloe Spice. And then, she was outside, one of the medical records, like I said, when she went to Harvard Review the third time, I think it was, asking for meds again, same meds that don't work, thinking she'll get diagnosed, said to put her Cascade again. And all this, she said, yes, that's what I have. I'm borderline. Yet if you're admitting it in your medical record, yet you're telling everyone, no, it's drug related and alcohol related, someone's going to finally basically sit there and say something like, you pussy, you don't know what you are, or who you are. And, the thing is, the beautiful Chloe, she knows who she is and, what she is. And so with me, I laugh because frankly, when it comes to Chloe, I asked her, and, I was telling the lady, and this is something I want to share with mental illness. Okay. I'm post-operative. I try to sleep good. I don't sleep well. I'm always worrying, I have anxiety and I have depression and I have all this. And Chloe, doesn't understand that when I wake up to go to the bathroom and I can't get back to sleep, the first thing I'm doing is getting my to go outside, rain, sleet, or snow, to go to the bathroom. Because, for example, last night, I went to bed early and I didn't get to share the final part of part one because I had to go take a dump. Or as my sister Tara would say, I had to drop the Cosby kids off at the pool. But that I think it's a little racist, but who knows? It's just a joke. Okay, so basically what it is with Chloe is, last night, Chloe tried to wake me up, and picture going to bed at not at like 9 o'clock at night, right? And you're sleeping, and you get up at 2. And you don't want to get up at 2, so you go back to sleep for a half hour, and it's 2:30. Then you get up, and you're still tired, and you got a wife who's beautiful, in my opinion, who says, "Hey, love, I'm your alarm clock. Time to get up." And you're sitting there thinking of your husband, Aaron, and you get up, and you're like, ugh. So you go and you place your orders you need to, and you get your phone plan current. And by the way, I'm so happy to report 4 LTEs back online. Oh, my crops are ready to harvest. Well, let's do that for a minute since we're on ours. And that gives me a chance to, talk. And so anyway, so what happened, as you all know, was we last night, I went to sleep. And because I went to sleep early, real early, I mean, what the hell? Oh, yeah, that thing came up. The pin marker. Yeah, let's just harvest my crops. Oh, I can't do it. Well, let's just make up some cookies then. I got the eggs for it. There we go. So, pretty much, I'm trying to make up some more chicken feed because we're really running low on chicken feed, and I need eggs. And so my chickens need to be fed. There we go. And my barn's full, so, that's because I bought stuff. All right, so with that there, my sheep's got food and my cows, so I need to make a butter. And so I don't really want to tap into that, yet. But I need to make more feed, so. And then what I do with the feed is I'm going over here and taking the carrots. And then I got to go over here again, and make some more feed there. And then my goats, so I need that, and the butter. This guy wants a water bottle I can't provide. He wants trees. This guy wants tomatoes and carrots, which I can provide the carrots for at any time. It's the tomatoes I can't. Oh, my trees are ready. All right, so let's just plant some more trees. That's going to take about 3 hours to plant. And then my sugar factory's over here. Get rid of that so we can make that. All right, so carrots and tomatoes. I need to get rid of tomatoes. So let's just round this up and grow some tomatoes. And then I need to see what he wants. He wants tomatoes too. So let's just cut down the cotton and go into the barn and get rid of some stuff. This here we know. Oh, actually, I can actually use that. I'll just go over here to the. There we go. So I just got 3 more. So I just need to go over here and plant some more tomatoes. There we go. I need tomatoes for the projects. That just leaves my strawberries, which, and I got fries cooking. And your barn is full. Okay, so let's see. I need French fries and a cupcake. Who needed the trees anyways? It was him, right? So there's only 2 trees available. This guy wants a cookie, which we're making him. This guy wants a ball of yarn and that and a shirt. Where's the ball? The shirt. Let's just make another shirt. There. And then let's go over to the barn here and let's just get rid of this excess wheat. There. And the excess sugar is being sold because we can make more. All right. There. And then let's go over here to check on that. Now let's go over to the cow feed. Wheat and corn. So we need wheat and corn. So let's grow some corn. There we go. All right. So we don't have that. We can't do that. We got 2 cookies being made. All right. So we're done for right now. Can't do much. Cupcakes are doing. So you see, I actually like this. I need to research the Galaxy Note tablet, see how much they're going for, because I could use one with a pen. I'm getting into styluses more. They're easy to use. Maybe we'll talk when we do that. But spreadsheets first, because Tuesday and Wednesday is another spreadsheet day, which is a a better spreadsheet day for us because we don't have too many to do. Today I got like 60 to do, and they're just totals. And once the totaling's done, then I start doing the non-totals again, which means doing it again. And this time going through it again, which takes about 4 days total of the month. So I'm going to try to take it bit by bit and get her done in a timely manner. So, but okay, back to what I was saying. So, Chloe basically got tired of the mental hospital misdiagnosing her and treating her bad. And and then her family is like, well, you're disabled, you need to do this. And then her mom says, well, trust Rita, Rita can help you. And then her mom basically says, well, Rita's taking too long. So thing is, I've done everything I can. So what is the point of these fuckers telling me to hurry it up when I've done everything? I mean, the reason I have a phone with my email is because uh I need to have my email on the go. I mean, business emails, which is like layaway setups, transactions, etc. I mean, I just gave the lady my phone yesterday on Walmart, and she just pulled up my account and says, "Okay, ma'am, your payment's good." And I left. Whereas everyone else was pestering me about where I got Moppy's coat, the little minion coat. And so, it kind of upsets me to no end, knowing, that people are more interested in the Moppy coat. Like, for example, one of the things I was trying to talk to Chloe about yesterday, and it came out wrong, and that's my communication error is, one of the things that upsets me and depresses me is it reminds me, Chloe reminds me a lot of my husband. Now, my husband back then was the type of guy who would go along and right, and with the dad around, and would say something like, when you're sitting there and you're paying bills, and stuff. And I love Chloe, that. And you hear someone, you say, well, how much is it? And like Aaron would say that, oh, it's $1. It's at the dollar store. Well, it depresses me because it reminds me of my husband so much, because it's like, for example, $1, and like Chloe's dad said, that dollar ain't coming back, but at the same time, dear old Poppy didn't realize that, people need things. I mean, if you're gonna freaking sit there and say it's just $1, yet you're not gonna part with it because your child doesn't have anything and they need, say, Q-tips, and they can't get it because the dad doesn't want to part with money, that's kind of being stingy, and stubborn. More stingy than stubborn, And so you got a person who's saying, well, I love you, but I'm a stingy bastard, Well, with me, it makes me feel the same way at times, on the grounds that, on tease, by the way, that people sit there and say, well, I must be a stingy motherfucker because I sit there and I ask Chloe, well, how much are those? And she says, oh, it's $1. And then later, when you get the change back from a 10, you're like, well, how much was it? She said, $2 each. Well, fine, that's not bad. $2 for chicken tenders, big freaking deal. But they say it's $1 each, and then you count your, Now, Chloe, of course, knows the problem with me is, I usually go and get 2 box lunches at Taco Bell, and she's like, what about me? Well, yesterday I just said 1. And let's just say, and Chloe knows this, the Taco Bell was just a fucking miserable experience. Miserable as hell. And to the point where you just don't want to fucking go through that Taco Bell again because they're complete utter jackasses. And I was talking to my therapist, and she asked me about these private practices. I pointed to the guy, and she says, oh, I've never met him. I said, yeah. And then she says, oh, the motherfucker basically, there we go. The motherfucker turns around, she says, and cuts people off. I mean, he cut us off. He wants to point out that everyone needs involuntary so he can get the money. Problem is, he knows he doesn't take Medicare, so even if he involuntary me, I wouldn't be going through any of them. You involuntary me, you're getting your ass kicked basically by me, and I'm not playing nice. I mean, that's one reason why they basically let voluntary. You're basically sitting there, right? And come on, man. Can't we dude, this ain't fucking cool. See? Even I get a little annoyed trying to finish this. There we go. Trying to finish this. I mean, we're on V, right? Yet the fucking thingy wanted to open up and go through this. See, this is why I need to find out what, I might have to run my scans today while I'm out and about. I'm on V's. So, basically, when it comes to these people, they're like, well, Chloe's never going to get better if she doesn't get treatment. Chloe made her decision, all right? She doesn't want to fucking sit there and jump through hoops. I mean, if Chloe's mom's watching, you should understand Chloe has an opinion, okay? Chloe's opinion was, she's not jumping through hoops. Two is, even if she jumped through hoops, they say, well, we're sorry, we can't give you cash assistance because of this reason. I mean, they already explained that, because the manager won't get off her lazy ass and split the rent up, Chloe's part and my part, that they don't even want to deal with. That's one reason why there's one guy basically did a house call to find out why Chloe's mail was being returned. And then, back to my story. So talking about Chloe for a minute, right? So we were talking about paranoia. Now, the lady who basically I talked to says sounds more likely she's paranoid, but she's not borderline. She's schizophrenia. And Chloe knows. She's like, well, I don't hear voices. I don't see anything. Well, then they'd fall under the ground of borderline, followed by bipolar. Now, I already told the lady I do hear voices from time to time. Lately, it's been, jump off a ferry or, go swim off the ferry platform. But, so far I've gotten the help I need because it's just pretty damn hard, And a lot of people will say this, but no, it's just hearing voices. And, one of the things the therapist said is it could be triggered by a situation. I mean, for example, Chloe asked me this morning if it was her. Well, it's not just Chloe. I mean, it's, for example, like I said, it's the neighbor who basically sits there and cries wolf and says, oh, I'm going to lose my home because I had to pay 2 months rent. It's like, well, it sucks to be you. And then she's asking me to give up my money to pay for it. And it's like, no, I'm not going to be walked over. Then you got, the other neighbor who's a sweetheart to a point. She distanced herself. So, for example, we were talking about today about her grocery list. She's like, I'm good. It's like, well, if you're good, then but she never asked about the other thing. I said, well, let me know when you want your other thing. And she's like, okay. It's like she doesn't even care about the other thing, It's like she's got doormat syndrome herself, or not even, so it's it's like that. And and you're like, hey, how goes it? She's like, doesn't even say anything. I mean, we pay pretty much her internet bill every month, okay? And because we pay her internet bill every month, we made an agreement. She hasn't even asked for her money for the internet payment. It's just like she's like distancing herself. And so with me and Chloe, we're like, is there a problem with this situation, And so with me and Chloe, we're just sitting here laughing about it because, So, one spreadsheet left to do, and then I can focus completely talking to you all. in another video tomorrow and stuff. But anyways, here we go. Last one of this section. Then we just go up the list. I could do more today or more tomorrow or whatever, but all I gotta do is save it and I'm done. For today, that is. There we go. All done. All right, so close out the spreadsheets. There we go. So the bottom line is, Chloe, people sit there and say she's never going to change. Well, Chloe really wants to change. She's going to have to impress me and stuff because, the thing is she's going to have to do it, I mean, literally, your dealer is now available. That's cool. So, why don't we, while we talk for a minute, talk about, okay. So GameStop's offering $500 rewards for what? All right. So the first one's a $500 gift card. The second one is a Spider-Man thing. So next one, last one. Yeah, well, last one is like Xbox. All right. Well, okay, cool. So, anyways, so for example, let's just talk for a minute about actually I'm on 4 LTE, so I can actually do what I want to do just on the tablet phone itself. All right. So let's just close this up, close that, and we'll go into the web browser and 4LTE. Usually I just do Township Facebook, so all right, there we go. So basically, you got to make a phone call there. It's Monday, so let's just go. See if there's a Galaxy Note tablet. Yeah. $10.1. Here we go. See, there we go. 32 gigs, right. That's fine. Keep gray, that's fine too. Alright. No, there's a white one. White one seems cool. I like white anyways, so. Used and new. Alright. So how much? So, but anyways, let me just say, how much is it new? Let's just do it this way. So what about the deep gray? Nope, not gonna happen. So I guess they don't have them. $3.99, like new. But what about new? I mean, nope. So apparently Samsung doesn't have any new, by the way, everyone. See, this is something I enjoy, Oh, they have this one. Tab 9.7, you see? So I can go down here. So $500 new. See, that's a little too much. Maybe they got a smaller one. 2014 edition. You see? 2014 edition, So this is cool. For LTE, I don't need LTE. I just need to tether to my phone. So let's just go down here and see, do you have any new ones? Because, 2014 model is fine by me. It does the job. Nope, apparently they're sold out. So I guess Samsung's not that good. So, but you guys get the idea, right? So, oh, they got an 8-inch. It's got a pin with it. It's tablet, but pouch. What? Refurb. I don't want refurb. Well, let's check this one then. Yep. Let's just do it this way. Tablet with pen. Fire HD, nope. Galaxy A3, so you're paying $379. This comes with a pen. Yep. $327. Yep, comes with a pen. There you go. $379. What's that? Yeah, use. All right, so there you have it. So 327. I could look into that eventually. But right now I utilize this for everything. So, the pen is something I do like a lot, and I use it a lot. So, it helps me out a lot, anyways. So it's getting better and better. So, back to the story of Chloe. Okay, talking to my therapist, we were talking, more about me and how to keep myself safe. And I was telling her, about things, and she said, "Well, how come you're still with Chloe?" And I said, "I love Chloe dearly. She's severely mentally ill, and I'm trying to help her, and no one wants to help her." Well, she's like, "Well, we could help her, but she's gonna have to follow with a treatment plan. We already know why she's not doing it." Well, Chloe basically said, "Go fuck yourself." When I came home, she was more interested if the lady asked her to leave. I said, "No, the lady understands I care." I mean, the lady, these people here, they're very knowledgeable. I mean, they can get records that I can't. And they're just like, boom, boom, boom. Why did Chloe do this? Why did that? Why did that? And then, she's like, hospitalizations for the acute person. Chloe can make her own decisions. When Chloe can't make her own decisions, that's where involuntary comes in. If Chloe punched me in the face, she'd be involuntary for at least 5 years just for assault and battery. So, but we don't want that either. So, Chloe's getting to the point in her life where she's just like, fuck it. Like today, let me give you an example of a grandiose idea that falls schizophrenia, but you could have grandiose ideas be borderline. Now, when everyone's pointing the finger at Chloe's borderline, she might be. The thing is, I always thought it was a made up bullshit word just to get money. Now, bipolar is a different form. Now, they said she was bipolar too. They said bipolar too. And Chloe got very violently angry and said, "That's bullshit. I am not bipolar 2. I mean, they thought Chloe, like, for example, Grand Integrated Services got so angry once that Chloe was going to turn her around and basically, if she couldn't be involuntary, she was going to fucking go to Harborview herself. She says, "Thanks, but no thanks. I'll just drive myself to Harborview." She says, "I get a ride to Harborview," talking about the bus. They had to put in her medical record because she called Spokane at the time, trying to get committed there. Spokane commitment line said, "Nope, you don't meet the criteria. You need to go through outpatient." She said, "Fuck you, thank you, but no thanks." Click. See, when it comes to the mental health system, everyone around wants Chloe to be an outpatient. Now, even her mom said that, but involuntary commitment doesn't work unless you do shitty things. Now, if Chloe went back to drinking and drugs, they would involuntary. They'd be saying, fuck you, we're putting you in involuntary. And that would be the only way. Yet, it would hurt her anyways. Whoops, we had a little coffee go down onto my boob, so let me just rinse that off real quick. We all are girls here, Chloe and I, and we both have boobs. So let me get some more coffee and I'll continue. So, because Chloe's not done with the tub after an hour. All right, everyone, I'm back. So basically, what I wanted to say, this whole ordeal with the Chloe Spice is, the lady and I talked about paranoia. Chloe's got paranoia. I mean, well, let me give you a grandiose idea, okay? One of the things I love about Chloe is Chloe has got an imagination. I mean, you gotta love her imagination, okay? She thinks the government's after her. Not gonna happen. She thinks the law enforcement's gonna come after her. Not gonna happen. They would have done something a long time ago, as everyone knows. Because she's severely mentally ill, they don't want to put her in a courtroom because it'd be a circus. And what they do? Diagnose her mentally severely ill, throw her in a hospital the rest of her life? No. Then you got the fucking other problems things that happened, okay? Now, basically when it comes to Chloe, the grandiose ideas are there. That's why she said it partly with paranoia. And I mean, literally, I got to make a phone call on Monday. I got to set up my Google Assistant because I'm going to be requesting Chloe's medical records from the new hospital. So I got a guy who just sent me a message again. Some no offense, seems like a raghead. And I'm not against ragheads at all. I just am against people on Facebook who wanted to fucking message me and say add me, and I don't know who the fuck this guy is. Pretty much, changed his profile picture. Yeah, you see, this is not something, you're not a fucking guy. I don't want to know you. And then you send me a message on Facebook Messenger. And again, I'm not a friend of this guy. No connection. No, I got connection. I'm on LTE right now. And some of these guys is a douchebags. I mean, look at what we say, okay? Guy sitting there and he sends me a picture. I'm not gonna even look at it in the unthingy. I mean, I had to send a message out today to a guy who basically was making passes at Chloe's, been stalking her, and I had to put the bastard in his place, So there you go. So, anyways, what I wanted to say about this whole thing with Chloe is paranoia, right? Now, Chloe's paranoid. Chloe's severely paranoid. Now, because it's 11:30, I mean, Chloe's gonna probably want to run out and do something. We might just go by and to the store. I got to check on the ads real quick. I can actually do that on my phone while talking to you, so I don't have to bog down the Wi-Fi. And so, because I'm uploading, so let's just go over here. For some of you, I'm going to check King's Marketplace because I've already done that. I just checked on it. So King's Market, here we go. So basically what I wanted to say, because I love Chloe dearly, is new weekly ad. I'm looking for ribs, by the way. There's just something about ribs. Okay, so let's just speed that up. Okay, so New York steaks, not a good deal. See, this is how I survive living on an island, for some of you asking. Butter's not bad, but it ain't great. Okay. We got rack of lamb, chicken thighs, flank steak, boneless roast, sausage ropes. You know, I've been wanting to get a sausage rope anyways for food. Um, our own whole stuffed game hens, you know, okay. So no ribs on sale unless you like rack of lamb, and rack of lamb is like $20 a pound. So you're looking at $80. No one's gonna pay that. Chili's not on sale. Chips are not on sale. Cheese ain't on sale. So one of the things I like to do is go over to the marketplace. They close at 6 today night, and they don't open till Monday. So the other marketplace, I just don't want to run into this guy that made out with Chloe, and that was something that the therapist says is borderline behavior. But so is bipolar. Bipolar people and borderline don't give a shit if they fuck anything with a pussy or a dick. They just don't care, And so, dude, I just blocked you from sending me a message. All right, so anywho, basically the grandiose ideas, I mean, some of them are grandiose. Like, for example, the beautiful Chloe Spice thinks that the mailman is out to get her. Yeah. I'm not sorry. Let me rephrase that. I didn't mean, well, yes and no. Okay, I don't want Chloe getting mad. She'll basically raise a tongue lashing, and I'll get a verbally attacked.
It's ladies from a male.
Yeah. So you see,
because she's upset.
All right. So as you just heard, Chloe. By the way, did you find your elf stuff, or did you put it in your purse when we bought it? There we go. See, I don't know these things. I was panicked that we lost it. Okay. Before I go, let me just finish the whole grandiose thing, okay? She turns around and she says the mail lady's holding it. Well, that's true and false. We don't know what the fuck the mail's doing. We can basically assume. Who wants to assume, that's fine. I'm assuming it's basically the holidays are coming around. They're getting backlogged, and maybe the companies, I don't know. All I can tell you is that we're not getting our mail. Yesterday, the box was empty. The day before that, the box was 3 pieces of mail. Otherwise, it's no packages. And I'm expecting rings. I'm expecting this. I'm expecting that, which reminds me, I need to check on a couple other things on Facebook, because I need to eventually plan out my orders, which is one thing I want to talk to you about for the future. Future orders are going to be going based on what I want and need, over based on what things. Like doctor's appointments are going to come first, but otherwise I'm going to be doing everything by the book. I need to work with my new therapist about goals. One of the goals is I want to get Chloe better, but as everyone says, Chloe's not going to change. People say Chloe's just going to sit around on her ass and, play with the invisible clitoris and eat bonbons, which is funny. Bonbons, which I've never seen her once eat ice cream bonbons, by the way.
Tom said that?
No, quit using that name. You're going to destroy another video. Do you have any problems? Yeah, well, it wasn't the... See, this is what happens when my video gets ruined half the time. They don't have any empathy. That's why these people are saying, like therapists, that it's a dead toxic relationship. I'm trying to make it work, and all of a sudden, it's like it's not. Let me put it this way: former therapists, current therapists, former DCRs or DMHPs, they're all saying she can't change. She can't do, it's going to be one-way street, give. And she won't change. She's just going to use me till I'm in the ground, and then she's homeless. Then she's going to go run home to mom, and that's it. I mean, that's the way, So if she uses these names, like the things to try to destroy the video, it's because she's getting angry. Because, well, it wasn't the person that said it. I just said it was therapists, former DCRs, and former DMHPs in another county. They're basically stating, Chloe's, and that's the thing. I've never seen her once eat ice cream bonbons. But they want to say she wants an easy, posh life to sit on her ass and do nothing. So today, while I finish up, my bath, and then go to the store. That's my time to go out. I might just swing by and get a coffee anyways, but I might not because I don't want to buy any candy either because it's just too fucking expensive. And right now I'm enjoying my coffee. It's in this cup here that you buy in a can for X amount of dollars and you make up mini pots and you just add a little milk and you're good to go. I mean, why pay $6 for a cup of coffee when you can fucking buy a can for $7? You get my point? When I moved out here, I thought it'd be easier. I mean, when I lived in Moses Lake or Quincy, hubby and I only did coffee once in a great while out. About me, lately, it's like this is what saddens me, okay? When hubby was alive, we'd get up at 4, we'd get up at 2 in the morning, we'd get our showers in, and by 4, we'd walk Moppy, or we'd be up by 4, we'd walk Moppy, we'd be on the first bus, Ray's bus, and we'd go from 7. It would take us 2.5 hours with transfers just to get to Moses Lake. Well, hubby and I wanted to get to our doctor's appointment easier, but he died, so I moved out to Moses Lake in 9, and then, the things were reversed. When I had to go see my friend Patty, it'd be 4 in the morning, catch the bus at 7, get in at 9. And it was the same way. So it's like 2 hours or taking the people for people bus, and you got like early morning and stuff. It's the same thing. The only difference is you're not spending 2 hours on the road. You're spending 20 minutes walking, and then you're spending an hour and 10 to an hour and 40 minutes riding the bus, and then you got to wait for the bus. So it's this trip's a little longer, so it just drains me. But the point I'm making is it's just complicated, and so with Chloe basically throwing these names out there, it's like no, and no. I mean, look, let's just cut the bullshit, okay? The therapists basically that wanted to help Chloe did not want Chloe to have me in the room. They wanted to belittle her. They wanted to say, what's cash going to do for you? What's a sex change going to do for you? What's fucking tit implants going to do for you? What's a vagina going to do for you? What's facial femme going to do for you? What's having Social Security going to do for you? And then they turn around afterwards and say, get off your fucking lazy ass and get a job. And then Chloe runs out crying. And they're like, we were trying to tell the truth. And, let me just say, like you said in the first video, okay? I think I know now that when I talk to my therapist coming up, that I will have the actual answers needed to answer their questions properly for Chloe, okay? I think I know what's the problem with Chloe. It's not about the mental health system, okay? Chloe's tired of the mental health system. Chloe's tired of being discriminated. Look. A sex change only to make complete from her body. Okay, she's still a woman. But what y'all are going to do for you? They're going to change and want dick in you every night like every other fucking freak. I mean, and then you got the other problems, okay? I mean, look at me, for example, all right? I have to sit in this, okay? This is what I call my captain's chair, my command chair. I got to sit there. And one of my triggers is too many responsibilities. Okay, now Chloe sits there and says, "Oh, is it me? Am I pushing you off the edge to take the big plunge?" Well, no, it's not just Chloe. It's everyone. Now let me break it down to everyone. You got Chloe's mom. Well, I need to get those things in for my kid needs mental love. I don't see you getting off your lazy ass and doing something. And I'm not going to call her names anymore. Okay, I was going to call her bitch, but it doesn't work, so I don't see her getting off her ass to do anything. Then you got other people saying, Chloe's not going to change. I mean, look at one of my friends, okay? The one that Chloe doesn't want me to help anymore, which I really don't want to anyways. But she said, we were talking, she says, yeah, I was at home and I overheard the argument about the hoodie dress. And I wanted to tell her to go get a fucking job. A lot of people want to say that too.
I want to tell her stop paying your child, or else I'm going to make sure CPS takes her child away.
Yeah, and you know what? You don't have any evidence to support that. That's malicious.
Actually, I do.
And then why don't you just call Monday and give them your full name? When they give it to her, she knows who reported it. Oh, see, this is the.
I don't have to give my actual.
You do. You have to by law.
I can give any name. It doesn't matter.
They want to follow up with a phone number, and if it matches up to you, they're going to know who did it. They already said that any reports have to give their full legal name, their mailing address.
Guess what? There's something that baby popper over there can't do.
Well, I'm just tired. See, this is the fucking stress that wants to push me over the edge, okay?
Because I called your lovely neighbor over
there. And she's not a lovely neighbor. She is a baby popper. Now, let me explain what happened, okay? For some of you, if you're following this video, Chloe and I both know that one day I asked her outright, she's schizophrenic, did you give up alcohol for the goodness of your child? Because CPS came out and they didn't do shit. She got out of it. She says, oh, maybe. And that's the answers I get usually. I don't talk to her. I can't even get a conversation. What I get out of Chloe is arguments. What I get out of her is, maybe. Then I asked her, I bet $100 I know what it is. Turns out I was right. She's pregnant. But now pregnant with this one guy. She got pregnant by probably 7 guys. No one knows who it is. It could be one of these kids that are mixed with 7 different people. Supposedly. No one knows, right? So because of it, lately, she's just been, besides her sexually assaulting Chloe, which she's not a lovely neighbor, I get the fucking stressors and being pushed over the edge, and it's not Chloe's fault, with the responsibilities. I mean, look, I got angry the other day, and I yelled at a lady on PSHS that as Chloe knows, I shouldn't even took it out on her, but 3 to 4 hours on the phone with Boost getting my LTE fixed and my phone working, that triggered me to go off the fucking edge. And then on top of this whole ordeal, you got the responsibilities of the command chair. Okay, now people sit there and say, no problem. But another responsibility is when I called up DSHS, the social worker's like, oh, we're transferred it. It's being transferred. Talked to the new lady. Lady didn't give a shit. She's like, oh, well, Chloe doesn't do this. Oh, wow. Oh, Chloe, we're not going to let her go to a mental hospital. She's got to go through this group. I said, Chloe doesn't want to go through that group. She doesn't give 2 shits. She ain't jumping through hoops, and Social Security already closed the thing. Well, you need to call the coordinator. I did. The coordinator was the bitch. Guess what? When we reapply, I'm going to have access for Chloe to get through her Social Security red tape. I'm doing it all. I'm going to advocate for her. I'm going to be the one giving her the proper stuff so she can get on disability, where these fuckers are sitting here, well, I can't talk to you because, you know what? Chloe basically is going to sign a release again. And she's going to fucking bypass these fuckers because she doesn't want to jump through hoops. Oh, let's see. We need to medicate her. We need to give her alcohol treatment. We need to give her drug treatment. We need this. Chloe's like, fuck it. And if Social Security turns around and says, in the denial, we're denying you based on, then we'll do the next step. But right now, they're not going to deny her because she's been hospitalized 5 times at minimum, probably 9 or 10. She just admitted to alcohol and drug abuse. That's going to basically help her, which might give her a pay, hopefully not. And then on top of this whole shit, her bipolar 2, borderline, and schizophrenia is going to get her on it anyways. And because it says Asperger's, they're going to say, oh, she's part of the autistic spectrum disorder. All that stacked up, mentally ill, they're going to give it to her. They're not going to ask questions. But going through an administrative law judge, that's through. We're done with it. We're not, and they're like, oh, well, you're not going through it. We got to close it. And then her case gets closed. You know what? Chloe just is tired, okay? Chloe's tired of these fuckers sitting there. Chloe, we need to have a payee, and we need you to have a payee so we can maintain and get your rent paid. Really? They already talked to our manager here. They talked to the former manager. They both said they can't break the payment. They don't want to give it to me, so they're like, well, you're going to lose $70 off your cash assistance if you reapply because we can't submit the rent. Oh. Well, if that's the case, why don't you just tell her to put the rent money that you can't give her, because the electric bill's in her name as well as mine. Well, if it's in your name, it's not our job to pay it, even if Chloe it's in her name too. So they're basically saying that they could cut her cash assistance out from 200 to like 120 or down to 0. And they put it to 0 because they basically said Chloe's basically taking her funds and spending it freely while you're paying everything. Since you're the fiance wifey, we're just going to leave that responsibility in your hands. Then I get the whole ordeal and workup, that people say. I said, hey, listen, she needs the cash assistance. She might be willing to go through the hoops. Well, we might be able to give her like $30 a month for her toiletries. So you're going to get $200, cut $170 out and say, oh, okay, so Chloe can buy her razor blades and her shaving cream. That's about right. And nothing else. I mean, the state doesn't want to help her. And if they do, they think she needs less because I'm supporting her. Well, let's see. Well, toilet paper is a necessity and you're buying it anyways. Same with paper towels. Well, I'm buying shaving cream too. Well, then we only need to get enough money for razor blades. Excuse me, and this whole fucking problem. It's like fucking dealing with that fucking douchebag company that discriminated against Chloe and I for calling us dudes. I mean, it's a discrimination thing. They don't like us. We're trans. So they want to cut corners by saying, well, Chloe just needs razor blades, which would supply $20. But at the same time, Chloe would admit that she'd have to fucking jump through 4 to 8 to 12 to 16, even 20 appointments a month just for 20 measly dollars for fucking razor blades. I mean, is it really fucking worth that? I mean, yes, we still got to get laundry this month, okay? One of the things Chloe always did was she always got her laundry money. Now it's gone, and it's like, okay, I can take care of the laundry money. But the other shit, the whole problem is listening to, I mean, yes, me and Chloe's got to sit down as a team. That's why I was trying to line up counseling, okay? Before Chloe basically pushes me away to the point where I don't want to know her. She's going to need to realize that, someone messaged me. Let's see. Oh, yeah, my sister did. She says, back to work I go. I'm going to say I love her. That's actually my biological sister. So basically what I wanted to say was, I love all of you, and I love Chloe, and yet at the same time, you guys got to realize I'm through stress. I mean, look, Chloe basically throws a name out there in video, destroys it makes me more depressed because she knows it's a trigger. And then I'm told, don't belch, don't fart, don't do this. And then I get the triggers. That's why we need the joint counseling. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Chloe's going to be on the streets on her ass with no money and basically begging her parents for a ticket back. And the point is everyone's going to say she brought it upon herself. I mean, look, reason the lady keeps trying to sell it is because they can probably get about $30,000 to $50,000 a month just on Chloe alone for fucking mental. All because they need to medicate her. They need to get medication kickbacks from the pharmacies. The thing is they keep a log of how many people they medicate. So I got a plan. It's going to work out in the next 4 to 6 months. We'll know if she's approved or denied. But the main thing is, I love Chloe dearly. I mean, we got phone calls to make Monday, okay? This is what triggers me, okay? One of my triggers, and I need to show Chloe the trigger sheet for me for my mental hospital. The trigger is responsibilities. I mean, I got phone calls made. I got to call up the Apple Health, change over to coordinated care. She doesn't want Melina. We got to make sure to get Social Security. We got to call up Skagit Hospital and ask for the records. We need to call up the hospital here in town and get her records. We need a copy of her records. In the meantime, I got responsibilities of quarters. I got responsibilities of paying the rent and the electric bill. And then, I got the responsibility of making sure things are good. I mean, one of the reasons, and I never explained this in my video to the first part this morning, was why I went ahead. And I'll tell you, who knows this? I was freaking tired ass hell. I said ass, A-S-S, ass hell. I got into bed after doing my dip, and I went to sleep probably, what is it? I don't know, like 9 hours of sleep, which I needed. I don't know get 2. So Chloe understood. I mean, Chloe, I think, realized, see, when we got home, okay, Chloe and I were talking about this hoodie and everything, and dinner was cooked late. Oh, me, I'm on a fixed time where dinner should be around 4 to 5. And because it wasn't, and everything else, I just went to sleep. I was tired, okay? I got into bed. I was exhausted. I mean, 2 hours of sleep, 3 hours of sleep. I think I got 5 hours the previous night. Previous night before that was like 4. But, losing so much sleep and then getting a big block of 9 hours, I was like, wow. And then all of a sudden, wow. And so I fell asleep, and then, you got Chloe who gets mad and says, dinner's ready. And I'm like, well, one of the things I want to share with you is our food stamps don't come in yet. So I went ahead, and this is something I want to share with you all. I think it's here. Is it? Yes. Okay. So let me just share with you a couple things, okay? Give me a second. I want to check on the wife here. I love her. You okay? Are you going to ever get in this video at all? Into that pocket already? No. I'm not talking bad about you, am I? No, I'm not. The neighbor I'm not praising. So let me put it to this way. Chloe's kind of paranoid about me praising the neighbor. I didn't praise the neighbor. I just basically said, let me finish the neighbor conversation first. So Chloe thinks I'm praising the neighbor. The neighbor basically, here's what happened, okay? Before the neighbor found out she was pregnant, she was drinking excessively. She sexually assaulted Chloe. I don't praise her for that. She gave me $200 in cash to buy her booze. She hasn't touched her vodka, and she hasn't touched all the box wine. She's like, and then she doesn't want cigarettes delivered to her, okay? She's like, oh, that's okay. But because she doesn't want to buy any more booze, spend some of the money on food. So I went out, and she gave me a list. She said she wanted Ritz, mint tea. She wanted a Gatorade. She wanted Sprite, and she wanted ginger ale. And then I went and got deodorant and other things, right? So, and then Chloe wanted liquid liner, $2, big deal. She got 2 of them. Who cares, right? So the point is, I didn't praise the neighbor. What's stressing me out trigger-wise is Chloe doesn't realize my triggers is, and I got to show her the trigger list again, is the responsibilities, because not only that I'm taking care of everything, I got a neighbor who basically Chloe thinks I praise when the neighbor says, well, Chloe should get off her ass. Well, look at the neighbor, okay? Chloe's sitting in the other room not going, oh, here goes. She's going to praise the neighbor. The neighbor went ahead and got fucking pregnant because she wants another kid. Then she wants another kid. Then she wants to be another kid. She doesn't want to fucking be a 5-star chef that she got. She wants to be a fucking lazy housefrau at home, eating bonbons, watching anime, fingering herself, and having kids support her by having more kids and getting child support. That is fucking abuse of the system. It's like the fucking jackass that want to take Chloe's funds and turns around and want Chloe's funds so he can do personal therapy for Chloe, joint therapy for us, and charge Medicaid for the whole fucking bills. Unfortunately, jackass. So basically, I'm not praising her. Now, the stress, let's just continue with my stress and finish up. Now, Chloe didn't like this video because I praised the neighbor, and she doesn't like, the real problem is, the stress, okay? I mean, I still got responsibilities to do. And then the neighbor, like I said, doesn't say much. I'm like, did you get everything? Did I miss anything else? Oh, yes, the sour cream and onion chips. Well, fucking Walmart was out of them yesterday. Fucking Safeway was out of them. So, too bad. You get 2 bags of original. Well, she gives her kid a big fucking deal. Let the kid eat what he wants. I don't care. And then she wants to turn around and say she's heard abuse. Well, we as people can't report it because, frankly, it was already tried from another neighbor, and the neighbor basically is those kids wrapped around her finger to protect them. So the therapist is working on it. Big damn deal. The problem is we got to go through different channels if Chloe wants to make it work. Now, the stress is killing me because, I want to make a trip once a month to town. All right, I love Chloe dearly. She means the world to me. But at the same fucking time, I got to do other issues. For example, like I said, I love Chloe with all my heart. Responsibilities, Yeah, Chloe was getting her own quarters, but then again, they just said, well, we could give her $20 quarters and $10 for razor blades, and she's happy. Yeah, you go through $30,000 in therapy a month. No, Chloe just said, fuck it. They're going to misdiagnose her anyways. I told the lady, and the lady's like, the therapist's like, well, if you guys are accurate, we have to believe it. And I go, I don't buy it. Literally. I'm basically losing it. The lady's basically, and the thing is with the responsibilities is another reason I'm depressed is, here's what happened, okay? The money that I got, which was very, very, very little for the wedding, went to pay for groceries. And we were dumped back at the ferry terminal, and we had to survive on the ferry terminal, and then we got on the ferry, and we had a nice little snack there, and that costed money. The next day, we went out, and I had a little cash money put aside from the end of the month. That money I was putting for Christmas went ahead and went to a big meal at the brewery. Brewery's not cheap. Just to add like soup, it costed like $5 extra. So the bill was like way more than I wanted. And so talking to this therapist, she's like, well, you need to basically put your foot down. And if you eat out, you're going to have to eat out in places that you can't afford, which reminds me, I got something I got to do soon anyways, but you guys get the idea. So it's already 1 hour and 37 minutes. So maybe I will continue this later, but a lot of the responsibilities is what's triggering me right now to be depressed because I need to get Christmas done. I need to make sure everything's good for the month. But yeah, you get the idea. And so even if Chloe's mom's watching this, you want her to get back on a program for cash assistance, it's not going to work because they already know that Chloe doesn't. Everything falls on me. The toilet paper falls on me. The paper towels falls on me. The shaving cream falls on me. What does she need? Razor blades. Well, look at her that in quarters. Okay, here you go. But then she's got to jump through so many fucking hoops just to go to therapy. 1 hour here, 2 hours a week there. They might even say go to help get rehab for drinking and drugs. And for what, $50 a month? It's not worth it, Chloe's opinion. So, as long as Chloe pulls her own weight around here and gets the cleaning done, that's fine by me. I'll supply everything, literally. And, and so the personal goals I want to talk about will be a later video, but I will get to it. But you guys get the idea because, frankly, people need to realize, that my triggers right now are caused by not Chloe so much as the neighbors. Let me put it this way. Chloe knows. One neighbor's like, I'm going to lose my house, my kid. You need to help me, Rita. I'm going, sorry, got to pay my own bills. Well, you're being in-laws. You need to help me. You're a good woman. Nope, not going to go there. I had to finally be an Ebenezer Scrooge and say, here's a ticket for your ferry to go get off this fucking rock and move. Well, where's the applications? They're coming. What, you want me to fucking sit down and call 170 more fucking places? Can you? No, I don't have the fucking time. Even my neighbor, who is like a mentor to me, Chloe, who loves me, Chloe, who got into it with me the other day, turned around and basically turned and said, Rita is not your fucking son. Well, I don't want to call. I got to get out every day to find CPS and blah, blah, blah. And she's like, but Rita can't have the fucking responsibilities on her head because she's going to snap at any time because you want to call 200 places to get off. And then she's like, I want rural areas. Get me rural areas. Well, Spokane's a big fucking city. That's a fucking city. It ain't a fucking rural area. Well, I want something smaller. Fine, I'll see what I can do. I can get her applications in Moses Lake, Quincy, Ephrata. Who cares? I mean, if I have to go through every fucking thing for every county and rural areas, I'm gonna fucking snap because it's not my job. And she's like, well, I can't do it. And I'm like, here's a ticket. Now I'm getting to the point where I don't even want to fucking affiliate. Now Chloe's like, well, your sweetheart Shelby. Not my sweetheart. I can't even get fucking 20 words out of her. She's like, hey, Bob, Bob, hey, Bob, Bob, hey, Bob, Bob. I get more conversations with the cute Jehovah's Witness girl next door than I get with the neighbor. The neighbor's like, oh, yeah. Hi, Mop Mop. Oh, okay, Mop Mop. I mean, literally, how much more do I got to fucking go to? Right? Right. And that's why Chloe is going to come home after we do the grocery store, and we're going to fucking, she's going to clean, and I'm going to do some more spreadsheets. I want to see if I can get more spreadsheets. Right? Right. So the point is Chloe's already agreed to take care of it. And once we get done, we're both working together jointly to fix the living room up so we can actually play Guild Wars 2 together. You know, as long as we basically delay that crap. You know. But anyways, the thing is my triggers is simple. It's the responsibilities. I mean, look at it that way. Yesterday I was triggered being calling a man so many times at Taco Bell. My triggers is, you know, I don't sleep well. I'm semi losing it. Half the time Chloe's this is the thing. I mean, one day Chloe, then I'm just gonna say this. This might happen, this might not. Chloe doesn't even realize it. As the therapist said, Chloe's one of these people, it's more narcissistic, it's all about herself. So the therapist said one day I might just snap, leave Moppy with Chloe, and just go somewhere, not come back because, you know, no one cares. I mean, Chloe could be on a ferry taking a snooze, and next thing you know, she's going to be woke up saying her companion went swimming. I mean, the responsibilities, I need to pull myself back, and to do that, I don't need people pressuring me, literally. I mean, I got enough pressure with the manager saying rent. And I got enough pressure with the electric company saying power bill. And, you know, and then I got more pressures on everything else. I mean, yes. I mean, if I wasn't basically going and spending a boatload of money on tickets this month because of, you know, Chloe's tooth, I mean, and the groceries, we would be already done for the month. And we would have had approximately $70 additional in our bank for other things. But you know, me trying to say, here's a ticket, that was my way of saying to the neighbors, like, I'm going to lose my place, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, here's a ticket. Chloe's like, why'd you do it? Simple. You want me to spend $13.50 for a fucking ticket, winch? I call Chloe winch as a joke. Or do you want me to turn around and buy her a $30 lunch, including pizza, because she's going to push for it? Here's a ticket. Get your off your ass and do it yourself, is what I said. And then I have people telling me, well, Chloe's too fucking disabled. She needs this and this. Now, and when and if I do part 3, if I do spreadsheets, I will continue with an idea I want to bring up on the table. But this video has been 1 hour and 45 minutes. So I'd like to stop, take a bath, and get ready to the store. And maybe when I get back, I will be in a better mood to talk to you all about what's going on in my mind. So with that said, I need to talk to Chloe about something important, and then I will bring it up to you in part 3. So please add and subscribe. Please post comments. Please leave feedback, suggestion. Hit that like and subscribe button. It's wholesome fun for even the family. Thanks for watching Buttercups. Come on, I said end. All right. I'm going to run my bath water.